You know, we did an episode about climate change, and
oh shit.
And
really quick, I'm sorry.
yeah.
This isn't a scientific fact, but it is true that I have a recurring dream where I'm talking to Jim Henson in the 1980s, and I know that he's dying, but I'm not allowed to tell him. you're talking to a
That's
climate...
a bummer for you,
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah.
well, you know now too. So.
Yeah.
On your television program, Adam Ruins Everything, you ruin things, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And this game is sort of going to be ruining our reflexes and our minds. But a thing that I wanted to try out was making this a little more existentially difficult. So
Sure.
Whenever you die, I've just got this list of bummer facts. And I'm going to read one to you, and we'll just sort of gauge how it affects our performance. All right, so far so good. So far so good. I didn't know you could duck that.
Well, neither did I, but it worked. Oh,
shit.
Sorry, that was I was trying to switch weapons.
That's okay. Scientists accidentally killed the oldest known animal, Ming the clam, when trying to date it.
No, Ming the clam.
We can oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm all over the place right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Look, I just want to be clear to everyone. I have beaten this boss in the past.
It's okay. No, I think it's just the existential load. By the way, pigs can experience depression, so let's go ahead and give this another shot.
That sucks.
It does. It makes me feel real bad.
What this show does is it combines psychology, zoology, biology with stand-up comedy.
This is the first tour that you've done not as the Adam Ruins Everything Adam character, right? Or in recent years.
Yeah, we did an election special a couple years ago that I did as a tour, but I had other characters on stage with me, and this was much more me trying to do, you know, I'm a stand-up comic, and the essence of stand-up comedy is I am being myself on stage, right? There's as little artifice as possible.
Do you think it is for you, is that easier or harder than having a character to be?
That's a really interesting question. The reason you develop a character like that is because you sort of learn the rules of the character, the kinds of attributes the character has that you can write jokes off of. It's very helpful for a writer's room. The Adam Ruins Everything character is an extrapolation of myself.
I want to be done with this cold, and those miracle drugs are worth whatever they cost.
Even if it means the end of modern medicine?
You are the worst person I have ever met, and I work in finance.
You know, the essence of the Adam Ruins Everything character is he's always technically right, but socially incorrect. You know, he's made a social mistake.
Yeah, and you've been being some sort of version of yourself and out there doing comedy online since before there was a centralized way to do it. Like, what were those Wild West days of online web content?
Oh man, thank you for asking me about that. I was in a sketch group called Old English that was my college sketch group. I mean, we had early viral video success in the pre-YouTube days of the internet. Like, it was hard to find a place to host them. Like, we just put them on our, you know, everybody at the college had a little FTP account. So we just put them on our FTP account, you know, and then they would go viral on like literally Metafilter or something like that. Or Slashdot.
How could you even tell when something had gone viral?
Well, the way we could tell at our college was because the guy who ran the college's IT department called us into the server room and showed us all the requests and said, your video is like shutting down the college's network, and so you can't host videos on the college's server anymore.
You're a big fan of indie games, so much that you've made a podcast about it.
Yeah, I do a podcast called Humans Who Make Games, with which we just had our first season come out. We're planning the second season now. And the idea was I really wanted to do like long form interviews and just sit down with, well, actually the main motivation was I just wanted to meet game developers. You know, I was just like, I love Spelunky, I love The Binding of Isaac, I want to talk to Derek Yu, I want to talk to Edmund, you know, I love Christine Love's work, I want to talk to her. If I make a podcast and then I have my own TV show, so maybe they'll think I'm important enough that they'll come on my podcast. You know, turns out that worked. But then in terms of what the show gives people, I realized, you know, we almost never get that personal side of game development. You know, when they interview developers, they'll tell you, here's all the new features, here's the gameplay, etc.
It's so tightly controlled by PR. It's like when you're talking to a big game developer, you're not getting anything that anybody else hasn't already gotten.
Yes, very much so. And I really wanted to know, like, what is it like to make video games?
Approximately 3 years ago, you said that Twitch streaming is like this immensely popular cultural and important form of like online entertainment, and that the New York Times wouldn't know or care about it for 3 years. How does it feel to be right?
Oh, wow. I forgot about that prediction. Yeah, I mean, that is how I felt at the time. I was like, when I found Twitch, I was like late to it, and I was like, what the hell are people doing?
Yeah.
Like, people are streaming this, and like millions of people are watching it every second. You know, like this is a brand new form of entertainment that has never existed before under the sun, that like Twitch like stumbled into, you know? I started doing it just because I like doing things with other people. I realize that about myself. Like, I'm the kind of person I won't see a movie if I can't find someone to see it with me, which is stupid because then I end up not seeing movies that I want to see. But the reason I do it is just then I'm playing the game with other people, and they're watching it with me and they're enjoying it with me. So that like my best experience was I played the first Dark Souls on Twitch, and it was wonderful because I have a small community who watches. Would follow along very closely, and everyone watching was like, "Oh, I know what's going to happen next. Adam doesn't know." You know, they got to witness me experiencing all these things for the first time, and I got to feel like that moment wasn't lost because another person experienced it with me.
Right.
You know, the first time, you know, I went down into Blight Town.
Oh, God.
Or I like panicked my way through the depths. You know, like I never mapped the depths. I just fell through holes until I got through the end and somehow didn't get cursed by a basilisk, you know? And they were like, we can't believe that happened to you.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I keep thinking I can shoot the projectiles.
Yeah, I'm sorry if this isn't helping here, but CPR usually doesn't work.
You know, we talked about doing that on the show.
Really?
It's not as effective as you'd like.
Definitely not as effective as television makes you think it would be.
I tried.
Oh boy, 73% of fish have ingested plastic.
Oh yeah, that's very true. The oceans are incredibly full of plastic.
I made myself sad.
Yeah, no, that's seriously. And get ready for more news like that for the rest of your life. Sorry.
All right, phase two.
I hit the pumpkin brain. Oh, I got pretty close.
You got pretty close there, but I just want to let you know that I don't remember my grandfather's voice, and I'll never hear it again. You want to try an easier boss? I'm not going to say easier. I'm going to say a more reasonable boss. You want to try Goopy Legrand?
Don't accuse me of being bad. I mean, here's the thing. It's okay to be bad at video games.
It really is.
I mean, you know, are you really playing right if you didn't risk anything and you did not improve?
You risked nothing. Shit. It's the discourse, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I'm writing a strongly worded letter.
I mean, this is. Oh, there we go, a knockout.
There we go.
That wasn't. He's not that tough.
Yeah,
This is a tutorial boss.
It's. Hey.
Well, how did I do? I got no parries. C minus.
Hey, that's a passing grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't show it to your parents, but it's a passing grade.
Yeah. I also have another new podcast called Factually. It is launching at the end of May. It's like comedy Terry Gross is sort of what it is. It's me, except what I do is I don't just talk to folks who are like have a new book or out or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to people who we've had on Adam Ruins Everything or whose work I'm interested in.
Cool. Well, thank you again so much for hanging out.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I'm bad at ending things. Somebody tell me how to end this thing.